Hey, Mama friend. Welcome back to the Mama Mindset Podcast. And as always, I'm your host and creator, Amy Cawthron. In today's episode, we're going to just dive right into it and we're going to go over, it's going to be a part 2. Okay. It's going to be why you can't stick to healthy habits, part 2. I've had some DMs lately of people asking about one of the biggest things that I hear moms talking about all the time, and it's your morning routine. Okay. There's all kinds of healthy habits that we can instill in our lives. One of the ways that I know every single female feels like is going to help them is by instilling a positive and healthy morning routine. And that's getting up before the kids. And when I say every female, I'm talking stay-at-home moms. Okay. And even working moms. Honestly, we all know that getting up before the kids is incredibly healthy and incredibly beneficial. So today, I'm going to talk about, again, why you can't stick to healthy habits, part 2. Okay. This is going to be a little more of the tough love approach with also some quotes and areas to think about also. So let's go ahead and dive into a quote again from the Atomic Habits. James Clear wrote a book called The Atomic Habits. And if you haven't read that book, I highly encourage you to do so. He has a whole chapter at the end on how to apply his methods and his approaches to parenting. So don't forget to download that extra chapter as well. A lot of the stuff we think about is really designed for businesses or like that masculine approach. But I really think we can take a lot of these approaches and a lot of these books and apply them to everyday mom life, to stay at home mom life. So I'm going to start out with a quote that he talks about in chapter 1 and then repeats at the end of his book in his conclusion. And it says, if you're having trouble changing your habits, the problem isn't you. The problem is your system. Bad habits repeat themselves again and again, not because you don't want to change, but because you have the wrong system for change. And that's what we talk about here in the podcast. That's the point of the challenge, is to create some systems and create systems that align with you. So I'm going to cover 3 things today, and I'm going to refer to the morning routine as our primary example, because what I hear from you is that's your area of biggest struggle. I have people messaging me, Amy, do you have any tips? Do you have any suggestions? What can I do to stick to this? And we're going to cover that here. And I'm just going to stick to this example specifically instead of trying to jump all over the place. So reason number 1, you can't stick to your healthy habits is because you're not building a routine or a habit that you enjoy. There's no pleasure behind it. You're building something based on what other people are doing, based on what the fad is right then. And most of the time as women, what we're doing is we're comparing ourselves to other women. You're trying to build in healthy habits that don't align with you. They don't align with your personality, your genes, okay, how you're programmed as a human, and the dynamics and the values of your household. You're trying to force something. Square peg, round hole, okay? So you need to build a routine that you enjoy. And I've talked about that before when that comes to our morning routines. You have to build a morning routine that you enjoy. I'm not going to discourage you, or I'm not going to tell you to not do your workouts in the morning. I think that's one of the best times of day to do it. But I do know friends that have done their workout routines in the morning. And as their kids have gotten older, it's actually more fun and enjoyable for them to do in the afternoons. And it gets them through that afternoon hump. So if you need to do that, then do that. Evaluate the dynamics of your household, the ages of your kids, the time that you have when you have free time. In the afternoons, maybe they're playing super good. Maybe they're at that age where they play really, really, really well. Gracie and Olivia are 5 and 7 now. So I can actually get my workout done in the afternoon if I need to while they play and Lily naps. So it's okay to pivot. So build your morning routine in a way that you love it, that you look forward to getting up in the morning. If you are looking at all of these other people and say, oh, I really, really want to enjoy drinking a hot cup of coffee, or I see people that don't drink coffee and they drink tea. And I'm like, oh, I really want to be that mom that just drinks a hot tea in the morning instead of relying on caffeine. I don't enjoy it. I like to drink my tea in the afternoons. I enjoy, like, genuinely look forward to waking up in the morning, drinking my water, and having a hot cup of coffee. Okay. That brings me pleasure. I love that. I don't enjoy getting up in the morning and doing a really high intensity workout. I just don't enjoy it. It doesn't fill me up. It drains me. So I really enjoy getting up in the morning and doing yoga, but that's me. You could be looking at that and saying, oh, I really want to get up in the morning and build my routine the way Amy builds her routine, but you hate yoga. Why would you do what I do if you don't enjoy that, if that doesn't bring you pleasure? Okay. Reading your book. Make sure the book that you're reading, you actually love to read. If people are like, like me, you need to read Atomic Habits. You need to read, I don't know. I've given you dozens and dozens of examples of nonfiction books for you to read to work on your personal growth and growth mindset and personal development. And maybe you really despise those kinds of books. Maybe Atomic Habits sounds nauseating to you, or you've gotten 3 chapters in and you're like, I can't do this. I don't enjoy waking up. You're not going to stick to your routine. Do you see what I'm saying? You're not going to stick with what you've already tried to establish because you don't love doing it. You're not building something that you actually enjoy. You have to be motivated. Okay. There has to be a reward, and the reward is that pleasure. So moving on to number 2, you're not setting yourself up for success. So going back to building on a morning routine, creating a morning routine as part of your healthy habits, you have to plan ahead. You have to prepare yourself the night before. So for example, what does that look like? That looks like the dishes in the sink are done. You don't go to bed with dishes in the sink, because one of the things that you need to do is fill up your jug of water in the morning. And if you don't have a clean sink that you can put your jug of water in easily, you're not going to fill it up, because then you have to move dishes out of the way and set them on the counter and do all of these things. And you're like, ugh, I'll just do it later. I'll fill up my gallon jug when I do the dishes. And we all see where that's going. The kids wake up, you have to get breakfast, and there's more dishes, and you haven't unloaded the dishwasher. And then now it's 10 o'clock in the morning and you haven't filled up your gallon jug of water. So you haven't drank any water yet. And so you're now scrambling to get your water in throughout the rest of the day. And what's going to happen? You're not going to keep with it. You're going to fail. Okay. You will fail. You will not succeed at drinking your water during the day because you have not set yourself up for success. I'm also going to kind of refer to the challenge a little bit, because I think the challenge is incredibly important for creating sustainable, healthy habits. And it really forces you to stick to those healthy habits. So gallon of water is something that we not only talk about on the podcast, but it's a required part of the Mama Mindset Reset Challenge that I put together for you. So if you haven't cleaned out the sink and you need to get your gallon jug under there, I think you know where that's going to go. Okay. That's going to be a struggle. 10 o'clock in the morning, you still haven't cleaned out the dishes and you still have not finished filled your gallon jug of water. So another way that I set myself up for success is in preparing the night before. Oftentimes I've done this. Don't be afraid to do this. Is I go to bed in my workout clothes, especially when I was first starting to establish an early morning routine. I went to bed in my workout clothes. I wore my yoga pants to bed with a t-shirt that I could do my yoga in the morning. I don't have to wear a bra. So I would just wear a t-shirt when I was doing yoga, and it was not a big deal because I'm at home. That's one of the beautiful things about being able to do at home workouts is you don't have to wear a bra. I don't. So I just go to bed in my workout clothes and wake up. There's no excuse at that point for me to not keep moving forward in my morning routine, because I don't have to put my workout clothes on. I don't have to put workout shirts on or my yoga pants or anything. I'm already prepared. Okay. The dishes in the sink are done. So I can walk right upstairs and fill up my gallon jug of water. And if you'd like, you could put your running shoes or your shoes right beside your bed. So you have to practically trip over them in order to get out of bed in the morning and to go upstairs. Put them at the bottom of the stairs. I say upstairs. I'm sorry, you guys. I go upstairs because I'm visualizing the things that I do. My bedroom is downstairs. We go upstairs. Anyways, whatever that looks like for you, trip over your shoes before you move and exit out of your bedroom into the next area of your home to do your next activity, which is filling up your water or whatever. So just set yourself up for success. Design your morning routine, set yourself up for success the night before or the morning of it, and or the morning of. Set your book out. Put your book somewhere. If reading in the mornings is part of your routine, put your book somewhere that it's easily accessible and visible so you don't forget about it. Kitchen counter, end table in the living room, put it right there with your pencil and your notepad. So you're ready to do your reading, your active reading in the morning, first thing, if that's part of your morning routine. Okay. So we've talked about building a routine you love. You need to do that in order to stick to healthy habits. We've talked about setting yourself up for success. Okay. Preparing the night before. And the third one is the third reason why you are not able to stick to healthy habits is a lack of mental toughness. You have a weakness inside you that's not able to do that. I don't want to say you're weak because we are all incredibly strong women, but there is a weakness inside of you that's not allowing you to do that. Okay. It has nothing to do with you personally as an individual. It's a mental toughness within your brain. So and part of that mental toughness is a mindset. Okay. It's a mindset. You have to have a mindset in order to get these things done. So as much as it is about your routines, as much as it is about finding a routine that you enjoy and, setting yourself up for success within that routine, it's also about just doing it. Okay. There is no better way to instill healthy habits than by repetition over and over and over and over again, just by doing it. So I want you to ask yourself, and that's kind of the point of the challenge, what can you accomplish if you're absolutely forced to do it? If you have no other choice than to work out, than to drink your water by signing up for a challenge. If you fail at those things, if you do not succeed, you have to start over. So what can you accomplish if you're forced to do so? Okay. A lot. If you're forced to do something in the constraints of a challenge or a program or your health and safety, okay, if you have to do it based on your health or safety, you can accomplish great things. So why not just do those things outside of the constraints of a challenge, outside of those types of requirements when you're not forced to do them? Just do them. Keep doing it over and over and over again. If you don't get it done early, we'll go back to the morning routine. If you don't get part of some of these aspects of this challenge done early, first and foremost, and you put first thing in the morning and you continue to procrastinate and put it off throughout the day, then what's going to happen? You're going to be crunched on time and you'll probably end up failing at something because you're just going to keep putting it off. I'm too tired to do it now. I don't have time to do it now. It's 11 o'clock at night. I haven't done any of these things. And now at this point, I have to read and drink water and I have to get a workout in. And you're absolutely setting yourself up for failure. So set yourself up for success with a mindset that you're forced to do it. You need to do it. You need to instill this healthy habit. Okay. So one of the things that I'm going to kind of go back to a personal example. When I started when I made some lifestyle changes, okay, after Olivia was born, I realized I couldn't keep up with the kids. I realized I needed to change drastically and instill some healthy habits if I were to keep up with the kids. If I were to be the best mom possible, I had to change. I had to improve. I had to improve my eating habits. I had to improve my body and my mental state. I had to improve all of that because I was not the mom that I wanted to be. And I made a decision. Okay. I decided that I was going to be a healthy mom. I decided that I was going to be the mom that could keep up with my kids, that wasn't winded when I went up the stairs. I made a decision and it was unwavering. I needed to do those things. I wanted to do those things. And it really genuinely was a matter of health. It was a matter of me needing to get healthy because I was not able to keep up with them. I didn't take care of my body after I had Gracie, rolled right into a second pregnancy, hadn't done any of the mental work, hadn't done any of the physical work, and I was in a state of depression. I was depressed. I was upset all the time. I felt like shit all the time. I had some strange digestive issues going on, and I made a decision that I was sick of it. I was sick of who I was. I was sick of being that person because when I originally decided to stay home, I had a vision for the mom that I wanted to be. I had a vision for the life that we wanted to create, and I wasn't living that. So I made a decision. Now, I understand that sounds really easy. I understand that, like, yeah, Amy, good for you. Like, I'm glad that you did that, but I'm not able to do that. It's inside of you. Who you are meant to be and who you want to be is already inside of you. You can do that. So don't give me that bullshit. Okay. Don't give me the excuses. Don't give me that garbage because everybody has the ability to do what I've done and many other women have done. I'm not on a pedestal. I have not done anything special or unique that other people haven't already done. But I don't know if everybody's talking about it. And it takes some mental toughness. It takes deciding. And then once you've decided, okay, once you've decided that's what you want to do, you don't stop. You keep going every single day. You do that same thing every single day. If you do not do something for one day, you wake up the next day and you do it. Okay. You never miss more than one day in your habit. If you miss more than one day, you will continue missing day after day after day. And then you've let your healthy habits go. And that's why you can't stick to them. You make a decision and you decide. You create a healthy habit that aligns with your values and something that you enjoy doing and you're passionate about. You decide to do that and you do not stop. You keep going. It's over and over and repetition over and over again. Now, if you get to a point where that is no longer serving you, where that is no longer aligning with your values, or you're no longer enjoying that after it's become a habit, it is okay to pivot. We've talked about that before. It is okay to pivot. Once something becomes a habit and you can actually get stuck in a rut. Okay. You can actually get stuck. And so we talk about these habits and it makes it sound like it's never ending. It's always going to be the same. Well, right now, yoga is a habit for me. Okay. Yoga and walks, those are absolutely things that I love doing. But if that gets to a point where that doesn't serve me, where that's not filling me up, I am fine to pivot. Okay. It takes intentionality and it's your investigative duty to look inward. What is filling you up? And this is something that we just constantly do, you guys. I think a lot of times we get caught up in thinking that, okay, I have this healthy habit. I have this morning routine. I've won and now I'm done. Well, that may not always fill you up. That may not always serve your family. So I give you permission to pivot. Okay. But make sure that it's a healthy habit that you're working towards. Make sure that it's not going backwards, that you're actually moving forwards. You're actually growing. Growth mindset, body growth mindset, all of those things. You're constantly moving forward. That's what we do here. So those three things: build a habit that you enjoy that aligns with your values. Set yourself up for success. Prepare the night before if this is talking about your morning routine or whatever that looks like for you. Set yourself up for success. And 3, get mentally tough. Okay. Create a mindset that's unwavering. Decide to do something Get it done early if it's your morning routine. And then always remind yourself of, what can I accomplish if I'm forced to do something? Okay. You need to toughen up your mindset. I strongly encourage you to do some self-reflective work on that, because you can do it. You're a mother. You're a badass. And I know that you can do it. And you are stronger. You are so much stronger than the weaknesses that you feel like you have. Okay. You just need to create good routines, good habits that align with you. And then lastly, like steps to take. Okay. You've heard the 1, 2, 3 of why you can't and keep up consistently with these healthy habits. And then what do you do? Okay. I've heard the 1, 2, 3, Amy. Then what do I do? And it's decide. You're going to do it. You're going to be the person that does these things, and then don't quit. Don't stop for any reason whatsoever. If you are exhausted in the mornings, you want to create a morning routine, but you're exhausted because the baby kept you up last night, get up. Even if you don't want to, even when it's uncomfortable. It's really freaking easy to do things when you're comfortable. Okay. It's really hard to do things when you're not comfortable. So get up. Even if you're tired, get up. You'll be so proud of yourself. Get up and do your workout. Even if it's a shitty workout, even if it's a crappy workout and you're like, wow, like yesterday I pushed myself so hard and I really felt myself grow. And today I could barely get through it. You did it. You got up and you showed up and you stuck with your routine. Okay. It doesn't always have to look perfect. Every workout every day isn't going to be perfect. It's not always going to be completely perfect, but the point is to do it, to get up and stick with it. And that's not something that I can give you tips and tricks on, you guys. Okay. I can't hold your hand through this. And that does get like, I don't want to say like frustrating, because I absolutely love helping you, but all of the tips and tricks and tools and resources, they're already out there. I've already talked to you about them. What this takes is you doing it. This takes mental toughness. And this takes being the kind of woman that does the things that she wants to do. This takes grit. Okay. Grit. It takes desire. It takes passion. It takes strength to get up and move forward. And that's what we want to be. We want to be a beacon of strength within our families. And how can you be a beacon of strength within your families if you cannot do that for yourself? You have to do these things for yourself. I can't hold your hand here. I can talk in your ear. I can give you these suggestions and all of these tips and the things that I've learned, but it's going to take action. I think I had a whole podcast on motion versus action. Now, this is you needing to take action. Get up and do it. Decide what you want to do and then get up and do it. Take a step forward and do it. And then do it again, and then do it again, and then do it again, over and over and over and over again without stopping. And I know that you can do it. Women all over the world do this. Okay. And it takes you rising above all of the limiting beliefs that are out there about stay-at-home moms and about women. This takes you rising above all of that, saying fuck you to all of that and doing the things that you need to do and get done. Get it freaking done. Okay. That's how you do it. You get it done. I don't have any other way to do that other than just grabbing you and shaking you and telling you that I know that you can do this. I believe in you, that you can do these things, that you can create a healthy habit and you can stick to it without excuses. Okay. Even if you have a bad day, even if something goes wrong, and it's so much easier to just say, I can't do that today. I need to take a step back. No, what will fill you up, what will truly, I promise you, fill you up is if you stick to that healthy habit. And then the next day, or when you go to bed that night, you say, man, I am freaking proud of myself. You know, I had all of these obstacles going against me today, and all of these variables that came into play today, and I fucking stuck to it. And I did it. I was the person that I know I can be. And you lay your head in bed that night and you do the reflective work and you start thinking about how damn proud of yourself you are. Okay. So here I am shaking you, telling you that you can do this, mama. Okay. Because please remember that I believe in you, I care about you, and I'm so incredibly proud of you. Thank you so much for listening today, Mama Friend. I look forward to talking to you again soon.